Hello to all, I'm Amir from Stud Academy. I'm very excited to be here. Teaching and education space in general always give me that surge of energy and excitement. I just love it, love teaching. We're going to talk about project management and PMP specifically. Buckle up, I have packed a lot of information into this session. I'm going to start with project slash product management and why there's such fantastic career paths. And by the way, from now on, for the sake of brevity, anytime I say project management, I mean project slash product management. Project management is such a dynamic career path. It is not your typical boring, repetitive job. You will deal with the challenging unknown that keeps an extra layer of excitement and continuous learning. Here you create products, services, all these things that require critical thinking, healthy interaction with people, and technical knowledge. And project management is not industry specific. If the market goes down in one industry, then you still have opportunities elsewhere. If you start with aerospace, for instance, and you don't like it, then you can look into healthcare, automotive, finance, education, etc. If you would like to start your own business, guess what? Again, you still need to manage your projects and contracts, create a product, and deal with people. You would still need to utilize project management skills. That, my friends, is an extremely powerful and attractive attribute. That project management skills are so universally used. Who doesn't like a higher compensation, by the way, right? Project management roles are more often than not very handsomely rewarded. The ever increasing demand for project and product managers is undeniable too. Make yourself more marketable by understanding these trends and learning these skills. Another covert trend in project management is that it is becoming more and more scientific, if you will. It is now more disciplined with frameworks and structures than ever before, and it is going to continue this trend. By the way, you have got to know these frameworks and trends if you want to be considered for many of the attractive positions out there. There's more about project management, but these are enough to convey the message, to emphasize the importance and charm of project management. Now, there are different ways to stand out in the massive pools of candidates and to improve your project management skills. One of the best ways is to get the almighty PMP certificate. It is an absolutely well-known certificate. It helps you become a project manager. PMP is by far the most respected project management certificate out there. Nothing comes close. You see PMP as a requirement in a lot of project management positions, or at the very least, it can help you to stand out in those massive candidate pools. It comes with well-known salary boosts that I'm gonna show with data, and it is not a piece of paper. Okay, it's not just a piece of paper you would hang on your wall. It is one of those certificates that actually comes with a wealth of knowledge. You learn and become a better project manager on the journey to get your PMP. It is not an easy feat by any measure. PMP is specifically designed to eliminate candidates who do not have what it takes to be a project management professional. Alright, now is a good time to look at some interesting data on project management and PMP. The left table shows the average salaries of certified project managers and the difference in salaries between a PMP and non-PMP project manager. In the US, for example, it is a staggering difference of 22%, 21% in Canada, 42% in India, and so on. These numbers should really show you the value of this investment. The return on investment of this certificate is just crazy by any measure. On the right, we see one of the worst case scenarios for PMP ranking, meaning the IT industry. And it is still ranked 7th in terms of impact on salary. So again, in IT, where PMP is pushed down on the ladder by other IT specific certificates, still PMP ranks 7th. In other industries, it is usually top 3, top 5. Again, look at the value of this investment. It's insane. Some newer data shows that this difference is even going higher. The salary difference of PMP and non-PMP project managers is rising. It is truly investment 101. That if you have such an investment opportunity, just jump on it. You invest roughly $500, $1,000, or even $2,000, and then you get such enormous return. Here is more data on project management, which shows the need for project managers is only increasing. On the left, we see the different methodologies used in project management. We see a move more and more towards agile and hybrid project management in general too. And that's why the new format of PMP puts such an emphasis on agile and hybrid compared to a few years ago where PMP included predictive project management only. In the middle, we again see the increasing trend for agile development. Guys, you need to learn agile for both the PMP exam and your own career path. Just learn agile. Please do that. On the right, look at the market size of the project management software and applications. It was over $1 billion in 2017. So 5-6 years ago, it was over $1 billion. Also, do you see that huge increase year after year? Businesses need more and more project managers, product managers, and more tools to manage their projects and products. Just position yourself properly so you can be part of that huge market. PMP helps you join that huge market and, more importantly, stand out. But then, what is this PMP exam? It is a difficult exam which consists of 180 questions. You will get 230 minutes plus 2 10-minute breaks. The questions may come in different formats such as multiple choice, matching, fill in the blank, and so on. It doesn't really matter in my opinion, since if you study properly, the format of the question doesn't really matter. And last time I checked, PMP costs $555 for non-members, or $405 if you become a member for $129 per year. Simple math tells me that the second option is more cost effective, right? You get the membership and access to PMP website, pmi.org, plus you register for the PMP exam. 180 questions, I said. So 180 questions in 220 minutes. 175 of the questions are scored, 5 of them are not. Those 5 are called pre-test questions. Here's the catch. You wouldn't know which is which. You're not gonna be told which questions are scored and which ones are not. This means you will have to care about every single question and in practice answer all the 180 questions very carefully. You realize that PMP is a long exam. It is a test of endurance too. You have to train for it, or your body and mind will collapse during the exam. 50% of the PMP questions are predictive project management and the other 50% agile and hybrid. The questions are from these 3 domains: people, process, and business environment. During my bootcamp, I flesh out these domains and discuss them in detail. You need to know these things if you want to pass your PMP in the first attempt. You will see these 2 types of questions in your PMP exam as well: knowledge-based and scenario-based. Knowledge-based is when they directly ask you, what does this mean? What does this process do? What document in project contains this info and that, and so on. Scenario based is when they give you a long story, a long, tiring story of an ongoing project, and then ask you, what would you do as a project manager in such a project and situation? These questions are long and require a lot of practice. Also, PMP has a few eligibility requirements. If you have a 4-year degree, then you will need 3 years of experience in project management related positions. Your title does not have to be a project manager. Again, your title does not have to be a project manager. If you have handled, for example, costs, estimations, schedule management, procurement, leading people, resolving issues of different projects in a company, etc., you are qualified. Just make sure when applying, you relate your experience to project management topics that PMI, and PMI, by the way, is Project Management Institute, which runs these PMP exams. So just remember that when you are applying, you relate your experience to project management topics that PMI asks you during the application process. There's also a 35 education hours requirement. You can use so many different things to meet this requirement. A lot of your college courses, MBA courses, company-sponsored trainings, etc. can be used here. Also, if you join my bootcamp, our bootcamp counts for 38 education hours, more than enough. So you shouldn't worry about that at all. So that was an overview of project management strengths and PMP specifically. We established the importance of project management in your career, and then why PMP would be a great choice to help you. Now, if I may, I would also like to introduce myself and answer this question, why me? Why should you trust me and my bootcamp and book? I have a master's in engineering. I have done a lot of programming. In fact, my background is programming. And another master's in business. I have worked in aerospace, automotive, consulting, fintech, and also as a freelancer for years now. I have been a programmer, engineer, project manager, consultant, data scientist / analyst, product owner, scrum master within different projects and teams. I'm a certified project manager, product owner, scrum master, agile leader, and an IBM design thinking practitioner. I'm the author of PMP Fastlane, which is 5-star on Amazon right now. The most comprehensive PMP prep book you can find on the market, honestly. How do I know? I have thoroughly read all famous PMP books on the market. They're not even updated for the latest format of PMP. They don't even have dedicated agile chapters designed for PMP. That's a big flaw. I have taught hundreds of PMP candidates, both individuals and enterprise clients. I have taught programming and data science for years too. I have taught project management to nurses, chefs. I had a couple of chefs from Chicago attending my bootcamp once. Engineers, programmers, managers, directors, politicians, and yes, I have had city council members attending my bootcamp, doctors, HR folks, and so on. I have taught project management and PMPs to so many different people from different fields. I love teaching. Nothing gives me more energy and drive than teaching, period. I love this. I get to teach and learn from so many different people. We make friends and stay in touch too. I love it. I have met a lot of them in person too. I run bootcamps for profit and non-profit. I'm also the owner of Ustad Academy. You can check my website at ustadacademy.com. I have several high quality project management products that can help you become a better team member, better project manager, and also pass your PMP in your first attempt without wasting time. Remember that PMP content is more than 1,000 pages of text. You have PMBOK 6th edition, PMBOK 7th edition, Agile Practice Guide, and more. They're more than 1,000 pages of text. They're intimidating, boring, and absolutely difficult to go through because they're pure text. I have seen other PMP resources on the market too. My book and slides are the most lively and visual oriented resources on the market by far. I have done this because both science and students' feedback tell me that humans' brain learns visually much faster and deeper. You will truly appreciate this method once you want to review for the exam and you appreciate the positive effect. I categorize things in charts, diagrams, so you can learn, remember, and review much more easily. I laser focus your attention and limited time and energy. Everybody has a full-time job, family, friends, and everything, kids. I laser focus your attention and limited time and energy so you can focus on critical topics and tips and tricks for the exam. You can always check the testimonies on my website at ustadacademy.com or on my LinkedIn. By the way, add me on LinkedIn. I love having this massive network and having all these fantastic people within my network. Check the testimonies on my LinkedIn or my website. Never underestimate the power of a good professional network. The success of my students makes me happy and encourages me to do more. I love teaching. I love it. On top of my book and slides, I also use my question bank and online mock test simulator. I definitely recommend it to anyone who wants to pass their PMP in their first attempt. The questions are very, very similar to what you will see on your real PMP exam. Currently, my question bank consists of about 2,000 questions. There's also a project/product management community on my website where you can share, learn, and ask. You can also connect to each other, share and look for new opportunities, refer each other, and more. In order to attend my bootcamp, you won't have to buy my book. You won't have to buy my book. And you won't have to buy my mock test simulator, but I highly recommend them. I'm not saying this is the only way to success. However, if you're looking to save a bit of time and maybe cut down on some of the headache and frustration, well, you may want to check out my resources. And getting back to this issue that many PMP prep books are obsolete and don't provide sufficient agile and project management topics that are required for the latest format of the PMP exam. Don't just take my word. Check their Amazon reviews. These reviews, the reviews you see on the screen, are from different PMP prep books on Amazon. The common theme is one thing: they are obsolete. They have not been updated for the latest format of the PMP exam period. Do you know why they don't have Agile? Do you know that? Because Agile is more difficult to learn, teach, and create. That's right. Nobody wants to take the hard way. But I think very strongly that Agile is more dynamic, fun, and rewarding. It is highly demanded in job requirements, and all industries are going that direction too. They are using Agile more and more. Also, PMP is heavy on Agile now. You must know Agile to pass the exam. I have worked with both traditional and Agile teams, and I have managed them too. I'm really excited about teaching these concepts. I love it, especially when I'm teaching my students Agile. They love it, and they see how useful it can be within their teams. And you see some of the reviews on my book and bootcamp here too. People love my method. It's simple yet effective And it conveys the concept pretty well, I believe. And based on the feedbacks from students, it shows that my resources convey the concepts pretty well. I read every single feedback and review and try to make my bootcamp and other resources better and better too. I really do that. And in my years of running my PMP bootcamp, I have finally figured why so many candidates fail. They didn't have access to a good study plan, course content, or mock tests. They had no idea how to approach the exam. They didn't have commitment and transformation, even if they had access to good information and content. This commitment issue is for real. You need someone to keep you on track, a coach, study partner, someone to help you go through this difficult yet valuable transformation to finally get your PMP certificate. They forgot the value of this investment. Some students, some PMP candidates in the middle of the road, they forget the value of this investment. You have to constantly remember the return on investment of this enormous investment. In my bootcamp, I have tried to minimize these issues for my students so they get the highest chance of success. My commitment to you: I will focus your time and energy on critical topics. I will give you a clear study plan. I will give you high quality prep material. Also, PMP is a difficult exam. I will show you the tips and tricks of the PMP exam and explain and simplify the difficult concepts. I will reduce your financial and selection risk. I will help you select the right resources so you won't have to do trial and error and look for them for months. I reduce confusion and waste of time. I reduce your psychological risk. My bootcamp is about transformation, not just information. I will keep you committed and show you the optimal way of approaching the PMP exam. And not just for the PMP exam. I want you to become a better team member, a better project manager. Allow me to help you become a better team member. Please let me help you learn these skills much, much better. And your commitment. Can you make time to attend the bootcamp sessions or watch the recordings? Can you make time to study? Do you truly want to learn more about project/product management? Do you wish to become a better team member and manager? And is, for example, a $60 prep book too much for you? This is a mindset. It is not about money. I have seen people that keep complaining about a $60 book, prep book. They eventually won't realize the value of PMP certificate, this massive, enormous return on investment. Do you understand the financial and status benefits that you are going to earn? PMP is huge. All right, now that being said, what are the next steps? Check your eligibility and register on pmi.org. Sign up for the bootcamp through the following link. And currently in the month of January, we have the promo code JAN50 if you want to get 50% off. Get a prep book, any prep book. I truly believe that my book is the best on the market, but get any prep book and start studying with us. It should be fun and rewarding. It is not like a school assignment or quiz. Remember that you are learning something extremely useful for your life and career. Enjoy the whole journey, not just the end. It is supposed to be fun, something educational. I think you have a good idea of what PMP is about at this point. PMP is specifically designed to eliminate candidates who do not have what it takes to be a project management professional. It gives you huge return on investment, financial status wise, and your knowledge and technical skills all. PMP is not easy. You must be consistent and committed to so the concepts start to make sense. It is not easy. Besides, you must know the tips and tricks so you can pass the exam. This is the reason so many candidates fail. They study in a vacuum without any feedback and taking mock tests and learning the tricks. And they take the real PMP exam and they fail and they get the shock of their life and they're like, why? We knew everything about project management. Yes, because it is not just about project management content, concepts, and topics. There are tricks and tips involved too. I hope now you have a better idea about project management and its trends in general, and PMP specifically. Click on the link below to sign up for the next round of my bootcamp. Come join us in my bootcamp with questions and a lot of energy and enthusiasm. I want to see you there. Trust me, it's a fantastic educational experience. Hope to see you soon and take care.